Yes, good people, big up to all of you, and welcome back to Trust Perspective. Welcome back to another edition or episode, if that's the language you prefer, of Chelsea Transfer Watch. We have a lot lined up to talk about. Some of them nothing too serious about with Chelsea's, you can say, with regards to Chelsea's transfer activity at this point. But we have a few items to talk about, and the show will be for around 2 hours or 1 hour, around 1 hour 30 minutes. But yeah, it's for a reason. We need to keep it short, and please try as much as you can to keep the topics aligned if you want me to address whatever you have in the comment section. But that's, by the way, today we'll talk about Kylian Mbappe. We'll talk about Ian Maatsen, other news items. I can't quite recall all of them. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, thank you once again for finding the time to join me on the show this particular morning. We have quite a lot lined up to talk about. Hopefully, we'll be able to get all of them before moving on. But quickly, that's an important news. I'll say hello to the people in the chat as usual. That's important. But if you're just joining, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's get the likes up. How many likes do we have now? We don't have too many. And the percentage is actually, yeah, it looks like some people, the first thing they do is once we come on, they make sure they drop a dislike to just to sabotage the show. 92%, it's not bad, which means not too many dislikes, but we can up the likes to improve the percentage there. The first person in the chat is Estavao Willian. Nice to see you. And then we have Jude Missler. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you once more. And Chelsea, yes, Happy New Year to you too. I hope you're doing well. Yes, we should, but it won't happen. We'll get to that. We'll talk about him in a bit, but we're not talking about him right now. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Rich Money, I have some more important information about our loving club Chelsea today, and we must beat Preston. Yep, that's your ID. But nice to see you, Rich Money Makers, and Constantine Dan. Big up to you, brother. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for that. I sincerely do appreciate that. Big up to you too, Tiger Beast. I appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well, Coach. Where's the link sent already? Let's see, Tiger Beast. Nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you. Happy New Year once again to everyone. When Mbappe joining, we'll talk about them in a bit now. Right now, Coach, a second show in New Year, 40 minutes late. I have to make sure everything is working properly. It's as simple as that. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. And this year is Mbappe will never join. Okay, we'll find out. We'll talk about him in a bit. Let's see anything else we have here. I want Davis. Yeah, a Chelsea fan will be hearing that 1,000 years. Do I think Bayern will sell him? I'm not well acquainted with his Bayern situation. I'm not sure how long he has on his current Bayern contract, whether they sell him. But Wolf, I'm not ready to talk about him. I need to do my research now. But this is not the first time that I've heard that he's a Chelsea fan. We'll be hearing that for 1,000 years right now. And the blue tiff again, big up and happy New Year. Blessed New Year, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join. If we are to return the upper echelons or to the upper echelons of football elite, where we once were, we have to stop looking at players that walk to the team as we are now, but buy players that fit where we want to be. I understand you're having to go at me. Let's see what else we have here. We have to drop at least 3 likes to counter the dislike people. Haters will always hate. That's the truth, but they can't get us. Yep, keep dropping the likes on the stream. We have 15 likes right now, but the percentage is off. I know it just seems like every time I reschedule the show, somebody quickly drops a dislike. Probably to sabotage us. I'm going to mute you until I come to you. Then I will mute you because we're getting some noise from your end. No, we don't know the person. It's naturally it happens. That's because we're growing. That will continue to happen. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Yes, let's start addressing the items we have lined up here. And the first one just broke about a few minutes ago. Says that Ian Maatsen has told Chelsea he wants to leave and has agreed personal terms with Borussia Dortmund. Chelsea are still holding out for an obligation to buy. An obligation to buy for around £26 million, which isn't bad. And I think Chelsea are going to let him go. I've always said Chelsea pushing to get Ian Maatsen to put pen to paper for a new contract wasn't really because they you can say they really want him to stay. It was just to secure an asset to ensure that when they sell him, they get a sizable from his sale. And clearly, the kid realized that was the case because he wasn't playing. It wasn't difficult for him to realize he doesn't have a place in the team. He is He's a left back and has been deployed to play in an offensive role, and even and in an area where Chelsea are too loaded. So no space for him right there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Name and shame. No. Hi, Coach. How's he's become no need to be asking after him again. He's well. He's recovered fully. Even before Christmas, I think you can say that. I'm sure, but thank you for asking again. I'm sure it was just no. It's not perfect. No matter how good you think you are, you still get those. I'm just saying a way of encouraging people to beef that up. Ngolo Dante is saying hello to you, and Jump on Entertainment is in the house. Good day, everyone. I hope you're having a great one. Yep, I'm joining myself here. And haters is going hate. Loan for Maatsen, that Chelsea want an obligation to buy because a loan is a risk. He doesn't have much left on his current contract. So if we let him go on loan, there's a risk that Borussia Dortmund would decide, he didn't do as well as we wanted him to. So we're not going to pay that much money for him, or we don't want him. So we don't want that risk. It's either they pay up or forget it. It's as simple as that. But thank you, brother. But I'm happy that he's told the club he wants to leave. No need to waste time. Coach, the dislike mean that we're doing well. Yeah, it simply means we're doing well. What people don't realize is that dislikes makes a stream a trend just as much. Yeah, it's interaction. Yep. Yep. Hi there, Coach. Christian, David, nice to see you. Hope all is well. Yep, I'm fine. I hope all is well on your end. I haven't seen you in a while, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join today. I don't know why is this deleting your message. Do you use? Oh, you used more than 3 emojis, and you're not a moderator. Yeah, but Christian, David, nice to see you. Happy New Year to you too, brother. Poch not playing Maatsen in his left back position where he was great in the championship. It's a crime, especially with such many injuries. In the championship, I think you could argue he played mainly as a wing back, not really as not really as a left back. I think so. But that's no difference, not much of a difference in my opinion, because he has pace and I can actually defend well. But he did more offensively than defensively in the championship, in my opinion. Chilwell and Chukwuemeka are both back. Yep, that's some good news because Carney, for me, is an excellent player. That's how I say it. It's a Preston fans. Yeah, maybe, but it doesn't matter. Chris and David, you don't have to say sorry, bro. I don't know how to relax that rule. I think it's a bit too strict. People use emojis to express themselves quite a lot, so I have to relax that a bit. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to you too, Ty. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. So I'm gonna come to you, Kane Day. I appreciate you joining this particular morning. If you're there, let's hear you. What do you make of the Ian Maatsen news? Kane, are you there?
Yes, I can. Hear me?
Yeah, I had to put you on mute because we were getting some background noise from your end. So what do you make of the Ian Maatsen news? He's told Chelsea he wants to leave, and the report is suggesting that he's agreed personal terms for Bayern. I don't have an issue with the club selling him. There's no need wasting his talent on the bench. He's an excellent player. So if it's not going to work out for the manager, just let him go. But we tried to trick him to put pen to paper for a new contract, and he was smart enough not to do that. But let's hear you.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that he's not getting the minutes he deserved. I personally felt that he should have been given more minutes since we had some issues with Cucurella and Chilwell. You know, bringing in Gusto to come to that wing, to that position is not something that I really enjoyed. Gusto is good where he's placed. If Maatsen is not getting enough, and knowing fully well, we decided not to sell him. Summer, I mean, it's so unfortunate, but that it is what it is. He has gone. He is planning to go. Let him go. You know, push on with his career. My problem right now is this: Chilwell will play like a match or two. He will be out for 2 months. Same with James and Hall. Who is going to be there for us if perchance?
Chilwell is back to team training. So
I am not. I am. No,
I'm saying Chilwell is back to team training, which means it'll be available in a few days. But go ahead.
Long time. This is the reason why we are right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you
I mean,
understand?
yeah. Go ahead.
To me, there's nothing I can do. Anybody can do. If the guy needs to pick up his career now, if you are not let's pray and hope that Chilwell stays fit and Cucurella too stays fit. I believe the second half of the season is going to be very good for Chelsea. At least what we have seen so far. Praying and believing that Poch will get himself right. He will get his game management right. That's just what I'm. Are you looking at our options up front? Jackson is going, regardless of what people are talking about Jackson. So far, Jackson has done very well. He has done very well with the little time he has gotten. But I believe.
All right, I'll go back to him. Big up. Go
ahead. So far, so good. Nkuku is there, but we still need an out-and-out striker. Probably we'll be getting that in the summer. But with the way we are, I still think we can still make Europe. I'm not talking about. I'm not dreaming about fourth for.
If you don't mind, kindly please take some time to handle the background noise we're getting from your end.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I said that. Are you looking at our options up front at all?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit.
All right, so that's all I can contribute right now. When we get there, then I can pitch in. Thank you, Coach.
All right, no more thanks to you. Thank you so much for finding time to join. Big up to you too, Tiger. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes. Breaking news: the Chelsea board have to be smarter. Okay. With the transfer, with the transfer market, because of their loophole has been stopped. Duh. Okay, but let's see if they're not smart. They actually voted to stop it. They voted to stop it. They didn't vote to keep it. So that's probably a way of trolling Premier League stakeholders. We still need, that's Christian David saying, we still need players back. By my brain cannot comprehend how large our injury list is over the last 18 months. That has improved. We have a lot of players coming back, but here's where I'm concerned. Every time we get a player or two back, we have a 2-3 out. The only good news of a Maatsen is that if we can get a good fee, not just a loan, and that's what Chelsea are trying to do. We're not trying to let him go. We're asking for a fee. And please, I'm going to say this again. Let's keep the topics aligned. We're talking about Ian Maatsen right now. Otherwise, I'm going to skip your comment. I'm a human being. I enjoy interacting with you, but going back and forth with just, I was just exhaust myself unnecessarily. I need a buyback clause. That's a good idea. Do I think we do that? I don't think so, because before you start a buyback clause, the player himself would have to agree. You can't just do it because you can. Would Burnley still buy for 30 to 35 million? I say no. The price has dropped. That's because he has left on his current contract. Burnley are still interested in Maatsen. They're just watching if Dortmund steps down. And he probably prefers going to Dortmund. Who would want to play for a team that's in a relegation battle already and could be relegated? So if you're tied, if they sign you and you're tied to them with a long-term contract, you probably go down with them if you don't have an exit clause. According to Green Turf, dislike and likes are the same on YouTube. Yeah, I say that they're the same. It's interaction. Yeah. Let's see. It just here's the thing. I think what it tells Google that particular person shouldn't you say they won't ship your content to that particular person, but people think it hurts. So no. Poch prefers Captain Colwell at left back, where he's been mostly bad. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying, just a way of gingering people to like the show more. I'm just really looking for Mbappe, but we'll get to that in a bit. Right now, we're talking about Ian Maatsen. Let's see what else we have here. Real. Yeah, we get to that in a bit. Also, Mbappe, we get to that, but I'm going to highlight this comment here. We're still talking about Ian Maatsen. Okay, let's see. Maybe naturally, let's see if anybody else has anything to say about Mbappe down there. Then I'm gonna come back up here. Big up to you too, Jesse. Nice to see you, panel and chat, especially Dante. Nice to see you there. Not too late today, Constantine. Yep, you're early on time. But lateness is greatness anyway. Coach, I'm seriously concerned and very wary of selling players during the tenure of a manager that could quit or possibly be sacked before the end of the season. Do I think Pochettino will be sacked? And this is still aligned with the current topic because we're talking about selling a player that most of us like. The fan base like him a lot. Probably some just like him that much because he's a graduate, a product of our carbon. Here's the thing. Do I think they will sack him? I'd say no. And that's because if you follow Mauricio Pochettino's career, he's had difficult starts to every club he's coached. From the Spanish club to Tottenham to what's the other one that in the championship right now? All of them. So he only picks up does even better in the following season. But that's not me saying I'm certain that's what's going to happen, but we'll find out. The footballing world is absolutely full of our ex-players that we are regrets, and I don't regret. I've always known there's not that possibility for us to keep all of them, especially given the club we've been for the past 2 decades. Where Chelsea usually looking to sign ready-made players ready to fire us to title winning, but that has changed. That has changed right now. You see us keeping a lot of those young stars emerging from the carbon. Those ones we're seeing are the ones that you can say got away under romance. Some of them wanted to leave. We can't keep all of them. And had we, you can say, taken an approach where we keep all of them and only sign a few players, a few experienced players here and there, or a few established players here and there, I don't think we'll be able to achieve all the things that we've achieved. So let that sink in right now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The stream, the likes to go along with Chelsea is bigger than any player. Players come and go, and Mourinho did say that. I appreciate that. Chesky, let's see. Ian Maatsen is a very good player. It's going under the radar. But the boy is a gold digger and another one from academy player with contracts. He's saying I have no right to judge him. But you have every right to say what you said about him. He's looking out for his future. And I don't think he would want to go back to Burnley. It's just as simple as that, in my opinion. Our coach seems like army veteran waking up early morning for streams and work. No, I'm not a veteran. I've never been in the army. I have to be honest. I don't want to take credit for what I haven't done. BVB don't want to pay over 25 million euros if a buyback clause is added. Chelsea can reduce the fee. Here's the thing. Before you can add a buyback clause, the player has to agree. I think I'm correct in that one. And Chelsea all the way. Big up to you too. I appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well. I don't know who has a worse talent ID, Poch or the board. I don't know. I don't think their talent ID isn't actually bad. We just haven't clicked. And the blue team game, you have to choose one. Is it that you think, because I've heard you say that another manager would win the league with this team or take us to a European place or finish in a European spot. So you're saying it's the players. I think we have good talent, but what I think is the
Yeah.
problem with it that we need
Just
time.
wa- just want to
Injuries,
say, coach.
just one second. The injuries we've had hasn't helped. Go ahead, Tiger.
Just wanna put a nice quick plug in on that comment.
Mm.
I guess Eric Ten Hag has worse talent ID than both Poch and the sporting directors we have.
You could, yeah, exactly. You could say that because look how many players they've signed yet they're still struggling. Big up, Letness is greatness. Nice to see you, Vic. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Yeah, it takes a long time for Poch to get this message and style across to players. Yeah, I think we're just speculating because we struggled. They were blackmailed into stopping the loopholes. Because if they don't agree to stop the loophole, the Premier League would have forced the Premier League the Premier League would have forced the Premier League to backdate our transfer. They can't do that. They can, if they do that, I think would sue the heck out of them. Maatsen should only be a loan with an obligation to buy because of contract situation. I don't care whether there's an obligation to buy. Yeah, with an obligation to buy, I want that. But in terms of buyback clause, I don't. It doesn't matter, and I don't think he'd agree. Then we would be in excessive mess. Okay, we're talking about Ian Maatsen right now. Let's see. Speaking of signing players prematurely, we could really do with Giroud right now. With our current lineup, you can say he'd have a better tapping stats than coach. Just go away, man. Every club is different. CFC is so talented; they might carry Poch for for the remainder of the Premier League, unless Poch starts playing in Kunku right back. I don't think we win a trophy with Poch. EPL Wilson, Hessen, let's stabilize first. That's one thing I want to hear. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Ten Hag. Yep. Let's hear you, Tiger. The Ian Maatsen news. Let's hear you. What do you make of it?
Yeah, big up, coach. Big up, panel.
Big
Big
up
up,
to you too,
chat.
brother. I appreciate you joining.
Yeah. Nothing much, coach. I mean, we all knew it's gonna happen, right? When you don't treat a player as much as they deserve, when you don't treat a player as they should be treated in your football club, um, it's gonna happen. It was evident. It was the writing on the walls, because Ian Maatsen was given time at the preseason, so that lad got hope that okay, maybe I'm starting for the team whenever Ben Chilwell is not ready or Marco Kurela is not ready. And what Poch did when Marco Kurela was injured, Ben Chilwell was injured, this guy was starting Levi Colwill out of position. And then we can debate that okay, managers have their own insights and their own vision about players. Maybe starting Levi Colwill could have worked, but it didn't
Yeah,
work.
they have preference
He's
for certain
trash at it.
players.
Exactly, he's trash at left back. I mean, so now Ian Maatsen has to feel that even when I am in the team, you are not using me in the position that I should be used. So why should I stay at Chelsea? I mean, he has
Here's
a
the,
career in front of
the
him.
fact. Yeah, go
should
ahead with
go.
what you're saying.
No, that's it. That's it, coach. I mean, if I or you were in his place, we would have done the same thing. We would have, if we're getting playing time in a club like Borussia Dortmund, which is good in the Germany. It's a reputed club. Erling Haaland come from there. Jude Bellingham come from there. It can be the next big step in Ian Matsen's future. So and they're
Yeah.
proven to build up young players and build big names from young players. So I guess he has chosen a very good club and wish him all the success. He's not a Chelsea player anymore after winter, and I blame this is manager's responsibility. This is all blame on Poch.
Yes, and I'm going to say this quickly. Before we signed him, we talked about it at length on the Blue Money Show. We argued. I told a lot of people at the time that for him to come and have a future at Chelsea, Chelsea have to sell one of either Ben Chilwell or Marco Correa, and that hasn't
True.
happened. That's one thing, but the other is the fact that the manager doesn't clearly doesn't trust him as a left back. And during the season, I get it. He did well in an offensive role on occasion. On multiple occasions, he got 2 goals, and on the other occasion, I think he got about he got about 3 assists in total. That wasn't a good sign. People were celebrating that. I knew he was going to have a problem holding down a place. That is in the midfield area. That was when I knew he's in trouble. But that's by the way. Wait, but getting rid of factors which are destabilizing. Poch is one of them. Let's see. League Cup is the main trophy. We should go. Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. But nice to see you, Wally Wood. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And that's without getting top 7. Okay, let's see what happens. Maatsen will get bullied at left back. Let's finish the Maatsen topic and then move on to the next topic we have lying up here. Poch was just trending with the current players out of position, trend a copycat Pep. I don't think he deliberately played players out of position. We had issues that led to those things happening. So I'll wait now that we have a lot of players back to see what he does. Poch is obsessed with height and size. Why he doesn't play Maatsen in the left back position? Chelsea all the way. That may well be the case, and he's openly that's a rant after our loss to one of the teams. His rant about the lack of size in the team, and all that. The Dortmund coaches are world class, though. We should be hiring them at Chelsea. Okay. Big up to you too. I appreciate you finding time to join Tommy Bryan. Maatsen to Dortmund. I hope he plays. Jackson off to Afghan. I prefer to watch and not to speak. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think we'll realize how well Jackson has actually done for us. Big up the panel. Big up to you too, Rich Money Makers. Chelsea have got a 10 million sleeve sponsorship. We'll talk about that in a bit, but thank you for that information. When we get to that, elaborate even more. Tiger Maatsen was puffed. Was Proffered new contract, offered, I guess, in the summer. Just a typing error there. Refused of the offer, a good contract at Bali, which incidentally helped him break out. He refused. This one is not on Poch. This is pure greed. I wouldn't call it pure greed. That's how you want to see it. Here's how I see it. The kid wanted to stay at Chelsea. We had a contract offer from Bali on the table. He refused it, and probably because he had a conversation with the manager, and probably gave him assurance that if he can prove himself,
and
and
why
keep
go
him
to
at the
Ball?
club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. He's a good player. I don't think it's greed. I think he refused to sign a new contract because he knows if he signs a new contract, Chelsea will most likely be asking for an arm and a leg for his soul, which will make it difficult for him to get to leave the club as soon as he wants to. Because had they signed a new contract right by now, if he's on a long-term contract right now, Chelsea would be in a hurry to sell him, given the fact that Ben Chilwell is out injured and Marco Correa is Ben Chilwell isn't fully fit and Correa is out injured. Even though the manager doesn't play him in the left back position, they still keep him, and he'll be
Exactly.
rotting on the bench. But that's just my
And
opinion.
coach, I've
Go
just
ahead.
I've just sent you a tweet. That also mentions that now Chelsea is looking for a left back. Look, here's why I don't understand what we are doing with the sporting directors, with the managers, and with the management as a whole. Because Now you have get rid of Lewis Hall, who was a very good left back in my opinion. He was very good. He was very good with crosses, forward passes, also defending as well. He was very energetic, very good. Can be top player for England and Chelsea. You got rid of him. You sold almost. He's almost off to Newcastle, almost. And now we are also selling Ian Maatsen, who was again a big top prospect at the left back position in England and in this area. I mean, and now we are looking for a left back. So it's all a conundrum right now at Chelsea Football Club. We want
Mhm.
something else. The manager wants something else. The sporting directors are doing something else. So this is where I'm concerned that one we need to be streamlined in our thought process. That's my take for it.
Yep, thank you so much for that. KDB also knew he was talented and asked to leave when not starting. Maatsen, Ian Maatsen is that level, but not to be a CFC. I'm not arguing whether he's good enough for Chelsea. Yes, and then the manager, he has every right to, you can say, to decide whether a player fits his approach or the profile of player he's looking for in a certain position. So it's a manager's business, not mine, really. When Poch allows decisions like these to be made, we say he has no cojones. And when he actually makes a decision like this, we label him a fraud. The players probably don't respect him, and I don't blame them. Wow. Is that how ready the boss is? We are in a youth project, and Poch getting rid of a highly rated youth prospect that he doesn't trust. That's his decision. I'm gonna start judging him soon because soon we'll have everybody back. Did Cowell not say he wanted to stay at Brighton and did not want to return to Chelsea yet? He's still here. Coach, I'm not buying it. Poch out. Okay. And I'm hearing that we need a left back. Problem with Lewis Hall is that we cannot call him back without a paying for the cancellation of the loan contract, and he isn't a left back either. Let me explain Tiger. Okay, Tiger, he has an explanation for you in the chat there. And big up to you, Santiago Mono. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Selling Maatsen will bring in a very good profit. Yep. Also, that's also a thing there. And Lewis Hall. So from opinions, from opinion, your opinion, let Chelsea get this next transfer better. Hopefully, let's see what they do. Bastoni, let's go. He's clear of all our CB. We'll talk about him in a bit. Zach Such, who's a left back, has been recalled to cover the left back position. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't even know who the kid is, honestly. Big up to the new subs in the chat. Big up to everyone in the chat. Tiger is saying hello to all of you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. And quickly, I want to appeal to those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we appreciate you. That's because you watching alone does go a long way. So I'm going to say thank you to you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. But we want to ask you for one tiny beauty favor. Please take a second, drop a like on the stream for us to help us reach more people. It's about time we Chelsea fans stop blaming Todd for all of these signings. He brought in experienced players and even wanted to sign Ronaldo when he was acting as the sporting director, and a lot of us didn't want that. But nice to see you, Mr. Roman. I appreciate you joining. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, your tappings don't work. I have waved goodbye to Maatsen, but you still don't want to apparently let the kid go. No, I'm not saying we shouldn't let him go. I'm just explaining what I think happened. Breaking news: the Chelsea board want to be like Liverpool. That's not breaking news. Don't sit down. We're breaking news there. Rich money makers. But that's hilarious the way you say it. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. And we have Chama. Nice to see you, Chama. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I'm sure you've probably started work already because the holiday is over. But nice to see you. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy your birthday. And thank you for telling us. We enjoy such. If you're a member of the community, always tell us when you celebrate your birthday so we can celebrate with you. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's go. All right, we have this. Let's talk about this guy here. Let's talk about this guy. We've heard that right now he's saying, at least that's what he's telling people, that he's not decided what to do. Which means you can interpret that to be he's not decided whether he's going to Real Madrid. He's not decided whether is staying at PSG. And I've seen reports also saying that he said that he's open to joining Liverpool. I like him. He's a good player. The issue we had when we first discussed him was that he's going to cause a lot of issues in the dressing room. Do I think that's the case? You can argue it all comes down to how the manager will handle him. So it's not no links. Well, now here's the thing. Nothing. I haven't seen anything out there to suggest we're interested in signing him. But the question I want to ask: do you think a Chelsea should go for Kylian Mbappe? Let's hear you if you're in the chat. We'll switch the topic to that particular topic right now. If we can, I'd say get him. But let's hear you, Tiger. Do you think Chelsea should go for Kylian Mbappe? Yes or no? Whatever your opinion is, let's hear you.
In my honest and humble opinion, coach, I don't think so.
Why don't you think so? Why don't you think we should go for him?
Because because uh, the fact you mentioned, he's expensive, and when I say expensive, maybe we are signing him on free or something like that, right? We are not going on a deal or something. But even if you sign him on free, the signing up bonus, the agent fees, and especially the biggest of them all, the wage, the salary you have to give to Mbappe. And let's not forget, out of nowhere, that this new ownership has something called as a salary cap. They don't want to pay above a certain salary structure to a player. And if you do that for Mbappe, then tomorrow Cole Palmer will say to you, okay, Mbappe scoring 20 goals. I'm also the next big thing in Europe. I'm doing it for England. I'm doing it for you. Why not me? Getting 250K and 300K. I mean, I'm not comparing both individuals, but I'm saying you set an example. So if you have now set an example of a salary structure or salary cap that no one will get above than a certain salary, so that in long term we are under those FFP regulations, even when we are signing, and spending a lot of millions here and there in the windows, you cannot bring someone like an Mbappe and feel like, yeah, everything would be nice. And the second thing that you mentioned, coach, people will hate me for this, but I personally think this guy has got some issues. When I call issues, those are big issues, not with his play, not at all. He's spotless, I guess. He's the best player of the world when it comes to ball in the feet and ball back in the net. But I guess he has got some issues with, the personality, the ego issues. He has some of it. He has some of it, and he's not the best person to have in a dressing room, because if you have a bit of quarrel with Kylian Mbappe, that guy is going to influence the whole dressing room not to perform, and vice versa. I'm not just saying negatively, positively as well. He's tremendous influence. It's like bringing in a Ronaldo at Manchester United and then falling off from Ronaldo, and then the whole trajectory of Manchester United just gets derailed. So it's a big risk, and all two factors that I mentioned. He's expensive. He has those issues. I guess Poch will handle him quite well because he has already handled him in Paris Saint-Germain. But you know what? It's unrealistic. Let's be very fair and honest, because of the wage and because of the whole lot of signing up on fee and agent fee. If we sign him, no one would be more delighted than me. But I don't think so. Realistically, it happened. It's more realistic we sign Osimhen than we sign a Kylian Mbappe. It would be a very big statement signing.
Here's what I'm gonna
It's
say
not
here.
happening. I mean, very unrealistic.
Yeah. Do I think it will be an expensive signing? I think. Yeah. Do I think it will shatter the salary, the new salary construct, for lack of a better language? Yes, I think so. But here's something I'm gonna let you know. I've learned about these owners. If they really want him, if they see they can sign him, there are ways they can make a lot of money off of him. They will
Shirt revenue.
they'll find a way to make it happen and still not be in trouble with FFP. This sort of signing, sometimes you go through your sponsors. I'm sure you've heard occasions where Nike and other intermediaries not intermediaries really, some big companies that sponsor a club will take you can say sign that player because it's part of business for them too. let's say if PSG, the is it Nike? I'm not sure what the jersey Adidas. I'm not quite sure. So let's say if they are not, if the company, if they're not using Nike and we're using Nike, and Nike see if that Chelsea signs Mbappe, that he will improve their sales a lot. They will make a lot of sales and then make a lot of money. They will help Chelsea sign it by probably paying the transfer fee. We've
Exactly.
seen that happen before. So, I think the only thing that will keep the owners away, you can say that stop the owners from going from Mbappe, would be that if they look at it and see that he's bent on going to Real Madrid or not interested in coming to Chelsea, that's the only reason why they will not be serious about signing him.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just saying that it's more unrealistic. I've never said I don't want him. I said no because I feel it's not
No, I'm not
happening.
saying I understand what you're explaining, but go ahead with what you're
Yeah.
saying. I never said you said you didn't want him, but go ahead. I didn't
No,
see it
no,
like that.
no. I don't think so. No one in this world would say no to Kylian Mbappe. He's the best player. I mean, out there. I mean, how can you say no? But the only problem is right now where we stand, we have already spent $1 billion, in the transfer window, and now we are standing and right now also I see Chelsea spending easy 150 million this coming window after sales as well. So are we in a position to sign Mbappe right now? I don't think so. If owners can, like you said, coach, if owners can devise a plan and we somehow get him, I mean that would be the best thing, best transfer in like what, a decade. But I don't think so that's happening. So
For
realistically
multitude of
speaking,
reasons. The most important question would be: would he want to come?
exactly. So realistically speaking, I don't see it happening. So it's a no. But yeah, why not? I mean, every day.
Mhm. All right, so let's catch up on what we have in the chat. I'll come back to you in a bit. If there's, let's see, Rain. Nice to see you, Rain. I appreciate you finding time to join the show. Right now, I love, yeah. Let's see. We're not gonna look to sign him. Chelsea, cannot afford him, but I think they can. If they want him, they will find a way to make it happen. The question is, would Mbappe want to come to Chelsea? CFC has spent a lot in a recent history. They will have to either start finding levers or maybe sell Cobham to sign Mbappe. Wow. Big up to you, to Rain. Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. You cannot say no to Mbappe. Yeah, if they can find a way to make it happen, I'll take them. I get it. Probably not going to be easy. I think, nice to hear that you enjoy your birthday. And more importantly, Happy New Year to you, Chama. His wages are a problem with how big his wages are. I think half our team will be like a why aren't I
Exactly.
on anything near to, you can say, why aren't they measuring Mbappe's wage? Yes, then wages. Yes, one minute to say quickly. The Chelsea new wage structure is incentivized. Yeah, you have to achieve something to warrant it. So I think the owners are smart. If they want to get him, they can. If that's the most important question is, would he want to come? I personally, and Dominic, nice to see you. I appreciate you joining. I personally think we have to go all out of signing at least, okay, two strikers, the team. Okay, right now we're talking about Mbappe, but Dominic, nice to see you. Welcome to the community. Feeling home. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Only way we get Mbappe is if we sell players that are on near enough the same amount, aka Starling. Yeah, selling Starling will release a lot for us. And in all honesty, we don't need Mbappe. He is like buying a private jet. Then the ego. I don't know. I think we're actually judging him from outside. We're judging him from outside. Or maybe it depends on how we handle him, his contract and everything. For instance, if he goes to Madrid, his ego gets thrown out of the window. That's just me. His ego is the least of my concerns. Big players like him, their ego will always be an issue because they've tasted what it's like to be on top of the world and will always
Here's
be like to be the you can say the most talked about player in any team. But go ahead with what you're saying, Tiger.
no, coach. Here's my question to you and the chat as well, right?
Hmm.
Like we have all seen what happened with Mbappe and PSG. If you study the contract PSG has given him, he's the prince of Paris Saint Germain. right? He has like limitless authority over there. He can
He's like
actually
the
decide if, yeah.
president.
He's like president. He's like, he can even
Mm,
sack the manager if it comes to that. He's like that powerful in that club. He can command on transfers, who comes in, who goes out. He can command on the
mm,
formation to play. I personally feel a player coming after that sort of power and autonomy in a club, and that's not a small club, very,
mm.
like, very rich club, Champions League playing club. Player coming from that ambience, that environment, will he be okay with these owners who in themselves are very authoritative, in themselves have very, authority, autocracy, have a structure of their own, and then these owners don't bend. They want things to happen their own way. So yeah, I see it very difficult, him coming to us at this point of time. And I guess Jaka was in the comment section. Jaka or someone, yeah, Jaka was there. Jaka said that signing Mbappe will create a lot of problems. Apart from finance, Mbappe will add a lot of pressure in this young team. I 100% agree, coach. This team maybe is not ready for Mbappe. This team needs, at least a season in Europe, like Europa Conference League, somewhere, so that it can develop to, it can mature to, get those players in. Mbappe won't wait for Mudrik to develop. Mbappe won't wait for Mudrik or Madueke to learn that through pass. He needs passes. He needs to score goals. He needs to always be in the reckoning of the Ballon d'Or. So I mean, yeah, I personally think if he's joining a project, his choice would be something like a Liverpool or something like, big clubs like Real Madrid, who can give him something very fast.
Yeah, and I think his salary could be an issue for Real Madrid too, because PSG, they bloated that in so many ways. They
PSG spoiled him. Yeah.
yeah, they spoiled them. So I think probably Real Madrid, if you ask me, probably will have in a second thought. I think they'd rather go for Haaland than him, in my opinion. It's not like they are in dire need of a striker right now. They're doing well without you could say what you could say class a striker. They found ways to do well. Then but that's just my opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. A 250 to 300 per week from Mbappe. Now he will demand, probably already close to. He's already probably earning something close to 600. I don't know his weekly salary right now. But if somebody checks it, I think we'll know. But keep dropping the likes on the stream. Even the likes to go a long way. And we have Glenn Tenney in the house. This is Big Up Coach and chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Glenn, I appreciate you finding the time to join. I hope you're doing well. All right, let's see what else we have here. What do we have? Let's see what next. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's see anything else. Anybody about Mbappe? I'm waiting. Didn't Poch and Mbappe fall out with each other? No, they didn't. The rumors were that he had an issue. The rumors at the time was that he had issues with Neymar, not Mbappe. Mbappe is followed by dramas. That's the sort of thing that comes with play. It comes with the territory, for lack of a better language. There, um, uh, listen, he's a big player. The ego will always be an issue, and sometimes you can say people judge him from outside to jump to conclusions that that's the case. When probably sometimes if you don't get to know the player, you wouldn't even know that. The perception of people's perception of him is wrong, but you don't know. Let's see what else we have here. Which club wouldn't want to sign Mbappe if he's willing to play for us because we can afford to pay for him? He is a young world-class talent. Legends always have ego, which is what makes them great. Yeah, ego is part of it. But the question is, would he want to come to us now? I can guarantee you Mbappe will not come play for Poch. Been there, done that, seen that. Probably I think you are subscribing to you can say the narrative that he had issues with him when he was the manager at PSG. That may well be the case. We don't know. Let's see. We have a starters like Gallagher, Jackson, and Stalin, and fans are saying no to Mbappe. When JT was our CB and Cole was our left back and Hazard was our 10, Mbappe walks straight into our lineup at a time. Yeah. But people aren't saying no just for the sake of it. I think here's the thing. There's a saying in Nigeria. I don't know if you tasted the beer stout. It's usually bitter. They say there's a saying in Nigeria which says goes something like this: people that cannot afford that sort of beer. When you ask them, you want one? Are you buying one? They tell you, no, it's too bitter for me. Yeah, but we all know the reason they don't want one is just because they cannot afford it, if that makes sense. Can the dressing room be any worse than it is right now? If we can sign him, bring him in. It's as simple as that. Signing Mbappe now will create lots of problems apart from financial problems. Okay, Mbappe will add a lot of pressure on this young team. No, I don't see it like that. If anything, he will get them to start performing at the highest level. Mbappe won't be able to wait for the team to mature. He needs a mature team. That's just how you see it. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Chelsea will not be going in for Mbappe, but we're asking, should we be going in for Mbappe? The Chelsea still bring in commercial revenue to 177 million with how bad we have been. Yeah, so the money is there. They will still, the owners are smart. They can find a way to get him if they really want him. Yeah, get him. And Rain, I want to say thank you for becoming a member. Sincerely do appreciate you. Rain, much appreciated there, brother. Let me see quickly. I don't know. The Bluetooth again is jinxed the soundboard. It doesn't work anymore. I'm going to boo him whenever it starts working. But Rain, thank you for becoming a member. Sincerely do appreciate that. PSG shirt sponsored by Jordan. Okay, thank you for that information there. Real world-class players have egos. We should stop judging people we don't know only based on hearsay. But it's easy to jump to conclusion that that's the case. Yeah, I understand. Sell Starling to buy Mbappe, that's not going to Sterling. Selling Sterling alone will not be enough. If we believe that, yeah, let's just sell player and have enough money to go get him. I don't think selling Sterling alone will go anywhere close, get us anywhere close to signing him. Yeah, people having a good conversation. Tiger, yeah, you spoke the mind of Jude there. Mbappe is a diva, only suited for PSG and Real Madrid. Okay. Why on earth would Mbappe join Chelsea, a club in turmoil at 10th place? You never know. Who knew that we'll be able to get Enzo Fernandez? Yeah, just look at it. But I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, name one big player that doesn't have an ego issue. M lower lads. We're aiming too high, right? M lower. Big up to you too, Chelsea Holic. Nice to see you. I would take him back anytime, any day. I don't care about his ego. He's a world-class player. I cannot see why. Yeah, I can see why he's arrogant. Yep, and he's. You can say it's confident in his ability, so it's natural. We are option 3. Mbappe wants a Real and PSG. Looks to break their back financially to keep him. So if they both fail, then Chelsea can step in. Not really. I've heard that actually he's open to joining Liverpool. The question is, can they afford him? I don't know. We need to move on from this topic. In a bit, we will do that. Let me get a few people that I haven't read their comments yet. People are different. The winning mentality comes along with a lot of confidence, ego, strength. It's not an issue. Never Timber Tiger, embrace it. Winners do. Yeah, that's some delicious comment right there. Discipline matters in the time of struggles. The media will target a Chelsea and pressure on Mbappe. Here's the thing. I think he's actually a disciplined player in terms of, maybe if you say he has an attitude issue, that's something I will maybe look at or listen. I'll start listening to you. But in terms of a professional, he trains very well. And you know how good he is. Coach, I would like to see something. Can you do a poll with the choice of Gallagher or Mbappe? Yeah, that's too difficult, right? Rain, Madrid won Haaland, in my opinion. Chances are that may well be the case, but we don't know. Let's see what else we have here. Ego comes with the territory. I agree with you. Right now, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and then I'll try to get your subsequent contributions after. Let's see. What if a City brings Mbappe? I'm not too sure. Haaland will end up at Real Madrid with Mbappe, possibly. Or maybe just one of the two. Yep, we're judging from the outside, and we don't know him that well. Yep. That's because without Mbappe, PSG is just another Leon. Wow. That's some comments right there. I am collecting receipts for when your team gets relegated, not my Chelsea. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and I'll try the best I can to get your subsequent contributions. Just quite a lot in the chat to get. And if I try to get all of them, that's all we do for the rest of the day. But I appreciate you all. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Yep, we've looked at about Ian Maatsen. And the next one, let's see. Let's go. Fabrizio Romano, this is Vince here quoting Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano, I think there's a very good chance for Ivan Toney to stay at Brentford. Honestly, this is the feeling, and only if they receive a really important proposal of how this proposal could this change. I think, yeah, I think he will, if we pay up, and I don't think would be willing to pay anything close to even 70 million pounds. But let's read on. Rumors started in November about an asking price of around 60 to 65 million, but then Brentford understood that there are no other top strikers available on the market. Together, they're checking the possibility of getting a replacement that will be as good as him. And so now the idea of Brentford is something more like 90 million to 100 million a Toney this January. Usually when you get good players in January, you pay premium. And I don't think Chelsea will pay anything close to even 70 million pounds for Toney. I think Chelsea will move on from him, in my opinion. Plus, I'm quite sure the owners are well acquainted with the fact that his preference would be to join Arsenal. But we're learning now that, chances are he doesn't want to leave. So where's this particular comment? So quite a lot here. Wow. I'm not going to read everything we have there. I'm just going to try to find some stuff that are more aligned to what we're discussing. So we moved on. We're talking about Ivan Toney right now. Let's see. He's the prince. Yep, we've talked about that. We moved on. Coach, have you noticed that I have never that I never take no for an answer? My ego is bigger than Mount Everest. Okay, I am also few to reach, but you are able to handle winners very well. You're a good tapping match and just go away. If he goes to Madrid, we've moved on to Mbappe now. We're talking about Ivan Toney. I think I just have to scroll to the very bottom, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'll keep reading about Mbappe. Mbappe. We discussed about him. We have quite a lot to talk about right now. So Ivan Toney, I don't think we should go for him. Let's see something here. Important says Frank Thomas said he won't let a Toney leave for anything less than 100 million pounds. And I don't blame them. It's January. There won't be too many top strikers on the market. Toney wants Arsenal. Could be another stalling situation. I don't think we're that serious as signing him right now. And the price tag that's been mentioned, it's something I don't think Chelsea will be willing to do. Ivan Toney is not a 100 million pound player, especially given the fact that he hasn't played competitive football for a while now. I don't think we should pay that much money for him, in my opinion. Let's see what else. Brentford are 4 points above relegation. They will not sell to a Toney. It's a huge risk. Yep. Why are they overpriced and displays? It's simple. It's January. When you want a player that good, you pay premium. And when you sell your player, an important player as Toney in January, always difficult to get a replacement, if that makes sense. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Poch has okay, we're talking about Mbappe right now. I want to start the habit of sticking to the with the topic. Otherwise, it's easy to get tired when switching between flip-flopping between topics like this. As much as I enjoy interacting with you, it doesn't help. It exhausts me, and I won't be able to do anything else the whole day after waking up 2 a.m. to prepare for the show. Ivan Toney will not leave, or Brentford could get relegated. It's a possibility. Lukaku and Kepa swap deal for Toney. Do you think that the question will be, will Lukaku want to join Brentford? Would Kepa want to join Brentford? I'd say no. Don't get Toney. Wait until the summer. I think probably we'll wait. Osimhen, let's see. Is laws against this action? Let me see. I'm not sure what else you're saying. We cannot risk a striker that hasn't played for 8 months for big money, except if they're silly. I don't think we'll go for him. That's how I see it. Tiger, let's hear you. Ivan Toney.
Yeah, coach. I mean, first of all, he's not coming. Second of all, I don't want him. I've said on this your channel as well that I like players with integrity, character. I don't see it with him, Antony. And second point is he wants to go to Arsenal. So, like the beautiful game was saying up in the comments, why bring someone that doesn't want to play for Chelsea? He's not motivated to play for us. And third, as you said, coach, he's not a Victor Osimhen. He's not a Benzema. He's not some top elite striker. So paying something like 100 million, 120 million, and getting him in January just for the sake of getting him is gonna be a mad. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not coming, and I don't really want him at Chelsea, to be very honest. And he should help Brentford not get relegated.
Mhm.
Best wishes.
Yeah, let's see how that pans out. Hopefully, you can say we find a much better striker, one that we don't have the concerns of, you can say, their habits of the pitch and all that.
Yeah,
But he's a good striker. But the fact that he wants
hundred
Arsenal,
percent, 100%.
I've seen things you could argue confirm that, yeah, truly he doesn't want to come to us. He prefers going to Arsenal. Him celebrating Declan Rice's late winner for Arsenal, to me, it's, yeah, you could say it was just him, typical, nothing special there. It was just a player following the game, nothing to see there. But yeah, there's more to that. But let's say if you were still talking, sorry, Tiger.
No. There were some comments in the chat. I really don't argue
Mhm.
with the chat because chat is a family. But there was one comment that
No,
I
but
guess
we're here
Tigers
to
one.
argue. Fighting is what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead. If we all agree, then we don't have a show.
Yeah,
But
thing
go
is when
ahead.
I start killing. The thing is when I start killing, it's a bloodshed. Then, I'm a tiger for a reason, so I keep calm. But anyways, there was a comment. It said that it looks like Tiger only won pastors to play for Chelsea, only won priests to play for Chelsea, and even priests has issue. Here's what I have to say for it. Even Tony is no ordinary gambling addict out there, right? He betted against his own team, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, he did. That's one thing that I found
And
difficult to
it's
believe.
not normal. You know everything about your team, you know the insights, and you're betting against. That's scandalous for a person. And that's even
Imagine him
to.
again. If we had them, imagine we had them as a player during that period. We were
And during
12th
that for Chelsea, would you,
under
would, you- would
40.
you
Yeah,
said the same thing? He would be more hated than Lukaku, I'm telling you, coach. That's treachery. That's treason against a club. People in football forget things. I don't. I come from the jungle, and if there's a treachery, if there's a treason, it's gone. You're out of jungle. That's the rule.
yeah. I don't think we should do it. But if we sign him, I'm a big believer of giving people a second chance. But Bobby did say something the last time we talked about him, how the fact that he's not that young anymore, and that's
Also true.
you can say the urge to gamble, it's even more. That's because he's been
Yeah.
seeking and doing. You can say be looking for stuff to do to ensure. To secure his future, security, for lack of a better language there. I'd like to know about a big risk with his gambling addiction. I still say it that way. But you never know.
and
I'm
and
not
coach,
paying
it's
over
not
70
about
million for
gambling.
him.
It's not about gambling. I don't
Mhm.
say gambling is good or bad because in places like UK it's promoted, right? It's all right. I mean, government have sponsors. It's all right. It's sponsors everywhere. It's all right. You do gambling, it has associated risk. I have no issues. It's your personal life. The problem is what you were doing in gambling. Who were you putting your bets against? Knowing all the inside information. That
Yeah.
was around that's what is the problem. So anyways, that's for the FA to decide, that's for the fans to decide, but that's my opinion.
Yep, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. I'm not paying over 70 million for him. Me neither. It seems a Tiger wants to pass it, but you have to pay attention to what he said. Ivan Toney would take a 10 games to become sharp. I don't think he could handle the Chelsea badge stress. I'm not sure. That's a bit jumbled up there. Man U has appointed a Potter and sacked Ten Hag. We finished above Manchester United. Has? I don't think. I haven't heard anything like that. I would agree with us buying Ivan Toney if he wants to play for us. Yeah, from his heart. That's the only difference. But I don't think we'll sign him, given the price that's been mentioned there. He's not getting any younger. I agree. And Wally was saying you want a betting scandals at our club. And yeah, and you're quite correct. It will be blown out of proportion because it's Chelsea. Yeah, the media will make a meal of it because it's Chelsea Football Club, and it's as simple as that, really. But it doesn't look like we're paying attention how they treat us. Other clubs will sign him and get away with it, but if we do, we're in trouble. Better scandal in football really damages the player's career. Just look at Joey Barton, for example. Yeah, his own case. Let's see what else we have here. And this could be the highest premium Chelsea tax we have ever paid for a player. Tone, walk away, please. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want us to pay that much money for him. Paqueta was betting against his team. I don't know why he's still playing. Maybe he's not been found guilty yet. No to Tone. I think a lot of people don't want him at Chelsea. Where did we stop? I think I skipped quite a few there. No to Tone here. Unless on loan, even on loan, I don't think he comes. I don't think he will come. To play for Chelsea, you need to have experience in other big clubs to handle the pressure playing for us. So, listen, Chelsea recruitment. I think probably Constantine Dante would agree with that one there. Yep. I prefer we spend 100 million pounds on Mbappe. That makes more sense any day. I think I agree. Tone won't have to gamble if he's sitting on 200k a week. Yeah, thank you. You think you don't know that. Let's say, for instance, I'm not saying he's a thief. A thief will always be a thief. A thief having 10 billion pounds in the bank, seeing the chance to steal 1 more billion will steal it. Yeah, doesn't 10 billion pounds doesn't stop him from stealing one more. Coach, I guarantee the FA have more charges on Tone, and they are just waiting for him to join Chelsea. So they can just if he does with a lot of charges there. I think I agree with that one, really. I do agree. That may well be the case, but God save us. When it's Chelsea, it's different. Let's see. Yeah, I do agree. Welcome CFC GFC Gavin. You know what to do. I appreciate you finding the time to join. If we had Tone on the Potter last season, he would be richer than Todd. I like that one. What did you do to my soundboard, the Bluetooth game? Because I like this particular comment there. Let's see, Paquita, Tonelli training together. Imagine what more time, what time leg bet they would come up with. Yeah, exactly. We need a striker that has experience. He's one. Let's see anything else to address this. So we want to move on to the next item. The money, the more you bet. Yep, the more money you have, the more you bet. Yes, well said, Leighton. Let's see what else we have here. Are you telling me Tone hasn't played for 9 months and he's never once visited the betting shop? I bet you're wrong. Probably will be using, you can say, a third party, for lack of a better language. People do that. Yep, he can use somebody to be betting for him. Ivan Tone cannot deal with a low block. Okay. Let's see. He's into crypto now. What has happened to my soundboard? I'm seeing a lot of delicious comment there that I like so much. Oh my goodness, I like that one. Let's see, and we have Paquita is still being investigated. Yep, he hasn't been found guilty. I don't want Tony. I don't want him either. Let's see. Victor Adedoyin says, "Big up, homie. Big up to you too, my bro. Happy New Year to you too. I know go pay that kind of money for 89 million for Tony. Bring us him a better choice. No be lie. I know go pay that much for him. It's just too much. Fully agree. Let's see anything else here to address. I think we should get a clinical striker. I think we will. We'll get to that. We'll talk about more of that. Ivan Tone is on 36k a week. So yeah, but clubs want him. But here's the issue: he hasn't played for a while. It's like, why pay that much money for him? I think he stays at Brentford. It's just common sense. That soundboard need to go, coach. We and the blue will get you a new one. Let's see it happen. Coach, your soundboard Won't work until you award me the 2023 delicious comments. Just go away. Let's see. It's a virus, coach. In your soundboard, it won't be activated until you play the woof woof sound. Maybe I'll find it. We will add a few new sounds. Let's make it happen. I will take it. I wouldn't say no if you guys can buy a soundboard. So let's go. Let's move on to the new next item we have lined up. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes go a long way. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch up with all the items we have lined up. People are joining now. We have a total of 50 people watching, about nearly 10% of that on Facebook or maybe Instagram. And if you're following the show on Instagram, please be sure to follow the account. If you're doing the same on X, be sure to follow the account, or on Facebook, be sure to follow the account. So whenever we go live, you don't miss anything. Let's go. There's no signs a new deal for Conor Gallagher is close. If Chelsea get offers of say 60 million or thereof, thereabouts, the owners will have something to think about. Here's the, in other words, they don't want to sell him, so it would take some convincing. Let's see what happens. I think he's going to stay beyond January, and that's not me saying he's the best player at Chelsea or he's the best we can do. But if you're being truthful to yourself, it wouldn't make sense to sell him now. We have injuries in that area. Plus, no player offers what he offers. Is different. He's a good player to have. Whether he starts or maybe becomes a rotational player, that's a discussion for another day. I think we should keep him. Tiger, with a minute or two, let's hear you, Conor Gallagher, so that we can move on to the next item. We still have quite a lot to get into. If you're there, Tiger.
Yeah, sure, coach. Like, would take just 30 seconds. I guess it's a lot debated on this channel, especially. It's a lot debated, so there is nothing much to debate on. Well, hello, Conor Gallagher. We were selling him. There were rumors about Spurs getting him for 40-45 million, and now, because I personally think, and this is a nice step towards the right direction, there were rumors and there were reports from different journalists and houses that Pochettino has made it clear to the owners that he requires Gallagher and he wants to build a team around him. So if they have listened to him, and now suddenly from an acceptable 40 million pounds, the prices went up to 60 million pounds, that only tells me that Gallagher is going nowhere. And that's very good for Pochettino because he's now being listened by the management. So yeah, I mean, good days ahead if this is the direction. I'm no Conor Gallagher lover. I'm no Conor Gallagher hater. I just feel that, as you said, currently, in the situation where our midfield is, it's a whole shenanigan of a midfield. It's shambles of a midfield. No one knows which position is right for them. No one is performing up to the standards they were brought for. So right now, the only player performing in the midfield is Conor Gallagher. We cannot sell him right now. So yeah, that's the take.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense in so many ways, and that's my argument. Come on, you're supposed to get your money up. Let's see what happens. I don't think we'd sell him this window, but that's just my opinion. Tiger, raw for the CFC Lion is a must. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. Come on, everyone, click the likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. People have just 50 likes. We should be doing better than that. I'm looking at the possibility of signing the evening shows again, but I need help. I just can't do it alone. And we'll be doing a lot of scouting for Chelsea short videos. And there's plan in place to get someone to be doing a weekly show for members only. And it's going to be enjoyable. I'm still discussing with the person on the terms. So come on, everyone.
Also the AFCON one.
Sorry?
Also the AFCON one.
Oh, yeah. That one, it's you and I will have to plan on but we have to do the preview as soon as possible because it starts soon.
Yeah, it's 13 Jan.
What date?
It starts 13 Jan, I guess, right?
Yeah, so that's close. It's not far. It's not less than 10 days right now. Yeah, I've heard that too. That they don't want to pay that much. Flip flop punch. See, no one will pay that money. Let's see a tapping. Let's see what else we have. Dolphin sound of Jerry Z. Punch sound obviously will be the sound of a bottle breaking to school away. Keep dropping. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Building a team around Gallagher, Parker. Keep him. Otherwise, Poch will say. I'm not sure I understand that in the map, but let's move on to the next item. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way 50 likes. We should be doing much, much better than that. And the show will be ending very soon, at most 30 minutes. And that's because, yeah, we started late. We had an issue I had to sort out, but we'll sort it out once and for all this year. Let's go. Tony saying Chelsea are ready to put 16 million euros on Inter Milan's table to sign a central defender, Alessandro Bastoni, this month. How old is he actually? This is not the first time we've been linked with a move with him. He's a good player, I know, but do we really need him? I'm not too sure what we're doing.
He's 24, coach. 24.
He's 24. Yeah, do we really need him? Maybe the manager wants him. And I think for that should 16 million euros. That should be how much in pounds? I think that's not too much, really. And Heston, but let's hear you, Tiger. What do you make of it? So Bastoni, let's hear you if you're in the chat. Do you think Chelsea should go for him? Let's hear you, Tiger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, regarding Chelsea, we were scouting him from a long time now, I guess. The last time I read a report about Alessandro Bastoni was 3 or 4 weeks ago. So our scouts are watching him day in, day out. Like it's a long time we have been watching Bastoni. So I've not personally scouted him like a player. Can't really say about his attributes or how good he is. I have actually scouted Antonio Silva very much. Have seen games. Have really, yeah. He's a beast, coach, and we were also linked with him.
They signed him for Strasbourg, and it makes sense because I don't think we should sign any young centre back again for Chelsea right now. We need experience in there.
Yeah, but even 24 is young in that central back position. I mean, in my
but I think we need a much more experienced player. I know we use experience
exactly.
I don't think he's that to lead the back line. Go ahead.
You saw, coach, we were linked with Jonathan Tah. I thought that story had legs, and I really liked that story because that was a step in the positive direction. He's a very experienced by Leverkusen's Jonathan Tah, but now Bastoni is there. Bastoni is a good player. Not scouted him enough, but yeah, as people are saying, he's error prone. Must be. He's just 24. So a 24-year-old centre back. Not everyone is Wesley Fofana, mind you. So let's see what happens. But paying 60 million for him, I mean. There can be better options. Yeah, 51 million pounds, I guess. 51 million pounds, whatever it is. So, I think so. That it's good. It's good. Only I really can't comment. I have not really scouted him. It's good if we sign him, but is it the best deal at the price we are quoting and we have been quoted? I don't think so. I need more experience. I agree with you, coach. That we should try someone like a Jonathan Tah.
I don't know if you've seen it. We're not signing Antonio Silva to come play for Chelsea. I think he goes straight to Strasbourg.
We were linked with him for a 87 million release clause. So it was a lot.
All right, thank you so much for that. Also, coach, the best sound for and you're going there. You, JC, and the Bluetooth game. We should not be dealing with Spurs. This is a strengthening them. Dale Wilson, I don't think we're actually dealing with them. I think everything at this point, those are just rumors of things. Let's see what else we have here. We need a set piece coach. Hopefully they get one. Coach, does this mean Chelsea are going to sack Stamford the Lion and replace him with a poodle as some mascot? We'll just go away. Bastoni is very good, borderline world class, probably world class. I think I'd say he's world class. Give him, I think, if you want to sign any defender, it should be one as experienced as him. Let's look at defenders at summer when we decided what becomes of Thiago Silva. I think we need one now. We don't have to wait till summer, in my opinion, but it shouldn't be a priority. I think we should prioritize getting in the striker first. And the fact that Jackson is gone, I think we'll most likely sign a striker, but I don't know. We're linked with Bastoni, Antonio Silva, Diamonde, Todibo. What's going on? If you have been paying attention, the Chelsea owners, that's the way they operate. They like small screens. They like to distract you with. We're not going to be too sure which of these players comes in until probably they are at the point of wrapping up the deal. That's when we get to hear, Chelsea are signing this particular player or that particular player. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You were saying something.
No. Just to finish it in short, and then we move on to the next coach. I was just saying all these options also have some intricate issues with transfer. Like Todibo is, under Ineos group and has a lot of influence, or maybe that is not a very comfortable deal. And something was also there with Monday. So yeah, it's not easy. So that's why we are linked with a multitude of options, because not a single option is priced perfect quality or something like that. But I'm very sure of Alessandro Bastoni, in that aspect, that we have been scouting him for a very good time now. So it can be a very real possibility.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. But Sony is a prone. I think he's Zuma region. Wow. That's uncomming there. Tiger, I can't. Yeah, he was closer to his mic at the time, even though he's
Fixed it.
24. He even playing a long time, also international. He's a good player in my opinion, and Italian defenders are usually good. I bring back Michael Emenalo. Yeah, we'll start working on that. We would have to play 3 at the back unless he adapts. And let's see. Yeah, that's borderline world class, but not really. You could argue that too. Not a bad player, but with Silva maybe leaving, we need an experienced leader at the back, in my opinion. And you could argue, I think he brings that. He brings experience. A lot of time I want to use my soundboard here. It isn't working. Yes, coach, we need Bastoni. Like I said, Silva getting slower and slower. Silva is retiring. Will retire at the end of the season. So yes, we should sign him before Man City go for him by the end of the season. I don't think City will be signing another defender, but that's just my opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Biggs, nice to see you all. Let's see what else we have here. Bastoni also a leader at a young age. Yeah, that's maybe that's the reason why we're looking at him. Bastoni, 24 height. Okay, 6'3" tall. He is effective in the air, goal threat in set piece. So I maybe that's why we're linked with him. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, coach. I was just commenting. If that's all are really quality, because I've not personally scouted. That's why I'm in awe of the chat. If that's true, and why would the chat lie? I mean, we have got piece of gold in our hands. We should actually sign him, and we are scouting. That's one more positive thing. We are scouting him a lot. So let's see what happens.
You trust in the chat not to lie?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's why I'm not vouching for it unless I personally scout it.
All full of baloney, but I can't believe you trust them that much. Okay, out of the,
I trust them in something.
Okay, out of the center backs we've been linked to, this is the one I so far would get, especially at the price. That's cheap. That's really cheap, honestly. Leader in the dressing room, club captain, leader on the pitch, and the boss in set piece situations. Is this guy all those things? I'm not sure about his ability to lead in the dressing room, but at least he can lead the back line. He has that ability. In terms of leader in the dressing room, I don't think we have one now. It doesn't necessarily, that person doesn't necessarily have to be a defender. Yeah, I agree with you. I will scout him soon. Please do. Let's do more. Maybe we should do a scouting for a Chelsea episode for him if you like him that much. But the scouting episode, a participant has the participants have to be on camera. Pep loves Bastoni, coach, so he will. Let's see if he does. Trust me. Let's see. Have you noticed that the coach is tapping stats have suffered since his soundboard failure? It was all about the AI night, but it's the real tapping merchant, not coach. Fraudulent. Just go away. Why are you calling me brother? Just to be nice. Tiger, trust them. Yeah, Tiger, trust you guys. You don't lie. Kuchila, why are you trying to tap in on goal? Oh my goodness. Now, okay, let's move on to the next item we have lying.
Yeah.
Chelsea are negotiating the purchase of 16-year-old PalmeIras. PalmeIras won the kid Estavao Willian, known as Messinho. The Blues want to pay 40 million euros, 20 million fixed, and another 20 million through variables. Okay, I'm going to say this again. I think you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. Even if we sign experienced players, I think it's clear now, to if you've been paying attention, except if you've not been paying attention, that the core of the Chelsea project is signing young and emerging talents, and in the future, and find a way to keep them together for a while. The plan is to dominate in the future. They're not in it that much for now. They know it's important to win now, so you get big name sponsors and make some money, because the higher you finish in the table, the more money you make. If you play in Europe, more money. But I think they still continue signing young and emerging talents, because they want to dominate for a while and not be spending that much money on new players. So I'm not shocked that this is happening. Even if we sign 10 experienced players this window, I think they still keep signing young players. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. How many CBs do we need? Are we going to play with 5 CBs? I think if we have 5 CBs, it's not bad. Thiago Silva will retire. Trevor Chalobah will be sold. Then we'll have Axel Disasi. Then we'll have Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, Levi Cowell, 4. And chances are, I'm not going to try to mention who. I don't think we'll keep them all. And that's why we're Chelsea. And that's how clubs make progress. You have players, you kept a certain player, or maybe signed a certain player thinking it will work out. And then a manager comes in, or maybe the scout pays attention and says, whoa, you know what? I think we can be better off with that player there. Then no sentiments. They will sell one player to accommodate that player if need be. It's as simple as that. So I don't these days count how many players we have. The club will sign more players if they feel like, yeah, that will help us get to where achieve whatever we want to achieve. They will sign players without looking back. So for me, I think it makes sense. 16-year-old, he's far too. I'm gonna start reading your comments, and you actually started nicely. And then I will read it with all seriousness, thinking you'll be serious with what you're saying, and boom, you start saying some nonsense. Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 52 likes. Let's get the likes up. We would rather trade our sporting directors instead of Gallagher. After all, we once paid big to sign a staff from Brighton. Directors can be sold rather than sell Gallagher. Wow, that's another one. Yes, Poch wants to play all CBs in the midfield, so maybe he needs them more. Tamidar, nice to see you. Hi, everyone. Greetings to you too, my brother. I hope you enjoyed your new year. Nice to see you once again. Estavao Willian Chelsea 40 million package was immediately rejected by PalmeIras this morning, and the lad tilts towards Barca more. So let's see what happens. So maybe probably we'd have to pay extra to get him. I hope that's not the case, because he's a special talent. Like we're stockpiling instead of buying to compete. I think we still buy to compete. The stockpiling aspect is the reason why we're looking to establish what you could call satellite clubs to you can say have those players continue playing that. Yeah. But special talents such as Kendrick Pies will join us once he's 18. He's that good, and he's proven that he can perform on all level, senior level, junior level, and all that. Which brings me back to, we have a player in Andrea Santos who led his team. He's actually a natural born leader. Led a young Brazilian side to win the combo, is that how you pronounce it, competition, and emerged, I think, as a top scorer with 6 goals, and also the MVP in that particular competition. And somehow we decided we'll send him alone, and sent him alone to Nottingham Forest, and look how that pans out. We've called him back. Hopefully he gets a chance. I hope so, because he's a good player, and in my opinion, if you give him a chance,
the 6 months, coach.
What?
We wasted his 6 months of crucial time sending him to another. Clear utter mismanagement.
Yeah. He's a player that I believe we should have kept, in my opinion. But unfortunately, I knew that time during preseason, the way the manager used him, most likely we're going to sell him. Chelsea are linked with virtually all the Europe's center backs, and I am confused as to which one we are getting. Plus, it's best for our plan. Do we need one? I think you can argue we need one, but I'm going to tell you this 1,000 times. the way the owners operate, there's a pattern to the way they like to operate. They like smoke screens. For lack of a better language, they talk to multiple targets at the same time. We learned that from the case of Mohamed Kudus. So then boom, they'll just get one out of those or five players, five CBs that we're linked with. We'll get one of them. Be rest assured that that will be the case. Let's move on to the next item. I want to surround us as soon as possible. We started 1 hour late because of some issues, but the plan is to
on
permanently so that we
yeah,
don't have such issues. Go ahead, brother.
coach. Yeah, on this Estavao Willian, right?
Uh-huh.
When I first saw him right now, when on your screen, I thought, oh, another young winger. But then I opened my scout folder and I have actually scouted him way back, like around 2 months back,
You
I
start
guess.
next
And
level?
yeah, I have. Not a large part of it, but my also favorite hobby is playing Football Manager and scouting sometimes when I like a player. And he was always in my team, and he was always doing virtually well. On the ground, I mean, if you see, his name is also Messihino, and there's a story behind it. He's called Messihino because of his qualities, which is very Messi-esque, right? He plays
Yeah.
like him. He can create those playmaking abilities. He has a lot of playmaking abilities, and he won his. Right now, he's in PalmeIras, right? He won the PalmeIras team some cup. I don't know, remember the name of. He scored a hat trick in that final, and they won the cup. PSG was interested. They were around paying 38 million for him, but the offer was rejected by Palmeiras, and then he signed a new deal. And then what happened is Arsenal was interested, and Barcelona is right now very much interested in this player, and he's also edging towards Barcelona in few of his comments right now. But he's a top player. I mean, uh, if we get this player, he's gonna be something big. I can vouch for it.
I think we should
He's
do a
that good.
scouting video on that. Let me know when you can record, so we do a one-on-one scouting
Yeah,
video. But I have to get my graphics again that I usually use when I do one-on-one interviews. Um, I
sure,
reset
coach.
the system to factories of these factory settings
Yeah, I
and
know, I
everything.
know.
Yeah, coach, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to
Big up.
change the subject, but are Arsenal and Saka mad? The whole world of football used to kick the heck out of Hazard, and he would just laugh in their face. Football has gone mad. Yeah, they want when you see him, you just move out of your way and say, "Go ahead, do what you want to do." Estavao Willian, Angela Cabral, Pies, Marika Palmer, and linked with Elise, all with a similar characteristics. I am confused. Angela Gabriel is
We
different.
have to, yeah, we have to
Palma
also
is
understand
different.
that we sell,
Matic
no?
is different. Yeah,
Exactly. And
yeah,
also, not all will play for Chelsea. These are all for also for profit. This
yeah.
is a
Not
model.
all will play for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Let's get that
exactly.
straight. Yep, yep. I do agree with you. Chelsea. We are selling. Coach was selling Captain Colwell. I don't know, possibly, but I think we'd have to sell one. Probably we've looked at those players and probably felt like, yeah. Here's the thing with Chelsea. If we have to see if we're bent on getting a new centre back, chances are we've decided we're gonna let one of the centre backs go. If he did well in Football Manager, then it's confirmed confirmed superstar. You know you're all going there. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Keep dropping the likes on the same people. And quickly, an update here. Ian Maatsen heading towards a Chelsea exit. All agreed with player and Dortmund and club is confident of full agreement. So probably they've agreed for it to be a loan with an obligation to purchase. A move to Germany for Ian Maatsen may convince Chelsea to try to sign left back this month. And though Ben Chilwell is on his way back from injury, I knew we were going to probably sell Ian Maatsen this January. And I did the video actually. And that's because the managers don't see him as one. I think I'll try to share the link to that particular video by the time the show ends. So those are two updates that Eddie sent me. The lad doesn't even want to be a reference to Messino. Does anyone know about this? According to him, he'd prefer making a name for himself, and I like that. I like that attitude, and not call after someone big. Yeah,
Yeah.
make your own name. I think I agree with him. I am starting to get it. Where did Tiger see which bet Tony was making? Does Football Manager also offer bets?
They have sponsors.
Today, coach, we're CFC ruthless, chest out. But other days we needed to give them time. No. It depends on if we're talking about the club right now, the players, the crop of players we have. Yeah, we need to give them time. That's what I'm saying. But here's signing young players is something that we've been doing for a while now. Madrid also, they've done that for 1,000 years. Barcelona, you have potential. Just go away. To be chief flip flop. I'm not into flip flop, and you know that. Let's go. He's staying at Chelsea in January and will not be leaving in this window. That's according to I am Rahman Osman. I'm gonna move on. We've talked about him before. The next item. I did. Oh, do I have that in two places? This one. Let's go for this one. Cole Palmer has been included in a list of 8 nominees vying to be named as a Premier League Player of the Month for December, and that's after he missed actually one. He missed a game. How many games did he miss? One game, right? That's to show you how good of a player we've signed up for ourselves here. And Pelp will be crying every time he he gets to watch him play for us and do as well as he's been doing. Coachella, who do you personally want for a centre back? Considering the plan of other players that's been mentioned, I would say Bastoni. Diamondi, good, but I don't know him that much. Maybe I need to see him more. Then Antonio Silva, still probably not experienced enough, in my opinion. How much profit are you going to make if you buy Estavao Willian or Lisa for 60 million, Madrick for 30 million, Angelo for 20 million? Who isn't a starter for Strasbourg? That's a myth. Here's the thing. The point is, we're not going to keep them all. Maybe that's the better language to use. The better way to phrase that. We're not going to keep them on. Some of them will end up being sold. It's as simple as that, but I understand. We're back, and that's why I always like to have you here. You always do the mathematics for us. We need to keep Alfie Gikris. He was so good stopping that cross in the Luton game. I can't we shouldn't be making that decision with a single event, for lack of a better language. But do I think he's a good player? I think he is. And he's that sort of player that you don't need to send him out on loan. Keep him. Let him grow with the team. That's all I'd suggest right now. But that's just my opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to round off as soon as I can, but because right now I should be helping my boys get ready for school. Georgi Petrovic has been nominated for December Premier League Save of the Month. Wow. Okay. Sanchez is in trouble. Stone Cold Cole Palmer, Cocoa Butter, let's have it right. And the celebration, something special. Yep. How about you, Tiger? You have any center back you think we should sign?
Well, according to me, it's two factors. If you have a lot of money and you want a project like Chelsea want us to, sign Antonio Silva, and he would be one of the best CBs of the world in coming 3-4 years. But if you want immediate success, I guess I also trust because I just opened a lot of reports, scouting reports, and as much as I have just fed on glancing through it, Alexandro Bastoni is a very good call. So yeah, and Todibo is also up there. So Todibo, Bastoni, maybe they are better choices for the money we want, around 50-60 million range.
All right, let's move on to the next item. For me, Coach, do you think we should try Vlahovic? I'm not too sure we should go for a player the manager doesn't want. That's how I see it. Because from what we've heard, he doesn't want him. He prefers other options. Let's go. And this one is saying that Trevor Chalobah was actually no longer of interest at Bayern Munich after this January, but this could now become hot again. Some report are saying that they could come in for him again. I'm not too sure what to make of that particular report. We've addressed this one here, this one, and this guy here. Chelsea have agreed a sleeve sponsorship deal with cryptocurrency company Bing X, worth more than 10 million. That's some money. The Blues hope to finalize the multi-year deal in time to display the logo on their shirts, when they play Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup semi-final tie next Tuesday. Some money comes in there, and once they sign Morta, I think I read something to the effect of they'd become a training gear sponsor too, which would be much more money than we're reading right now. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream. Anything else? Okay, resign Koulibaly just for coach's Christmas. Koulibaly, yeah, will lead the back line very well in the absence of Thiago Silva. That's not because I like him, but you know fully well that he's an excellent player. But do I think we can re-sign him? I'd say no, except if he can come on loan to help us, because he left Chelsea, you can say, in good terms. Bigger money came and he took it. Who would you scout as best a replacement for Poch? Just give me a second there. Only Bastoni is proven out there. Yep, I think Cole Palmer reminds me of Bruno Fernandes when he changed Manchester United form in this season. He was brilliant in that season, but I think he has more to his game than Bruno. Let's see what else we have here. Yes, Koulibaly on loan. I would take him. Yep, to come lead the backline. And I think he would take it because you could argue he has unfinished business at Chelsea. So the next item we have lined up here, let's see, the last one probably, there's actually nothing there. According to Fabrizio Romano and L'Equipe, it's Strasbourg who are in advanced talks to sign Milos Lukovic, not Chelsea. So that's corrected there. So this question, before we call it a day, where is it here? Question from Jesse. Who would you scout to replace Pochettino if you have to? Just quickly, Tiger, I'm waiting for you.
I gave the answer in the comments, but I'm giving it again. I mean, it depends on the owners. So because if the owners are ready to bring someone of a stature and someone they're ready to give him all the autonomy and the authority of the club. So Mourinho is nearing his expiry date, like expiry date of his contract at AS Roma. He would be my first pick. No one is better to lead this Chelsea team because he has gained some experience how to deal with a young squad and make them a better one. And people who were saying Mourinho is finished or something like that, man, you look what Lukaku is doing under that guy. He has changed Lukaku. If a man can change Lukaku, he can do anything. So I mean, yes, Mourinho is one,
Go ahead,
and
and I'll let you finish.
sorry, coach. If they want to do a quick fix, Maurizio Sarri is a very good shout, in my honest opinion. Give him whatever he wants. Give him whatever player he is. He has a certain system, and he will play any player, and he will still generate results. So yeah, these are my two picks.
Yeah, and I think Sarri will be excellent with this squad. We have pace, technical ability.
He has a system, right?
Sarri would do some, but let's not get to that. I don't think they're sacking this manager right now. He finishes the season at least, and I still think he comes good. That is
If he's not winning anything, if he's not winning anything, and he's under, we are still not in any sort of Europe, and we are still 10th or 12th. He should be sacked. But if we get some kind of Europe, finishing 7th, 8th in the table, or winning a Carabao Cup, that would be extremely delightful against Liverpool, or FA Cup, Europa with FA Cup win, that would be a statement. So he's not getting sacked if he's doing all that right.
All right, let me catch up with what happened to China. We'll call it a day. Sorry that we're starting 1 hour late. I've always felt the need for a creative and dogged dribblers and goal approaches more for the flanks and the attack. Aside from Simeon, I don't see a specific upgrade we are looking for. I think we're good. Actually, we can get you could say a striker that can help us put away some of the chances we created. I think would be good actually for a while. That's not saying we need the striker is the only solution to our problem, but I think more of it, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have here. And I don't think Mourinho comes to Chelsea. If he comes to Chelsea, a lot has to change. Yeah, we'll have to spend another billion in another transfer window. I'll go for Jose. Simone has lots of questions, in my opinion. I don't think he knows how to win. He hasn't won so much since he joined Atletico Madrid. That I think the most he's won. He was the coach when Falcao scored 4 goals against us, right? In what competition was that actually? Was that the Super Cup? I think so. I can't quite remember. Coach Tiger just passed the chat test, and I am not saying chat
Thanks.
GPT. Mourinho is number one choice. He's elite. To you, CFC Jingles. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Let's see what else we have here. Lopetegui, I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Will
We're not
be a
signing him.
mine, and we would sort out our defense. Nope, I don't like him really. Jose would boss the club, the board, the squad, the media, and the FA. That's probably the more reason why they're not going to sign him. Mourinho's is not good with young players, and
That's a
his
myth.
football is
See
atrocious. He's
his
not going
work
to
at
accept
Roma.
this job.
Yeah, that's one thing as well. Yeah.
It's not going to. You've heard everything he's saying about Roma. He will not take this job even if they offer it to him right now. Poch needs to improve in the second half of the season. I think he will. I think from now on things changes for good, especially now that we have a lot of players back from injury. Trust me, when it comes to coaching a prospect, I do not see anyone better than Guardiola for this current team. I don't think he takes it. Guardiola is used to working with ready-made teams. He's not going to take the Chelsea job if you give it to him. Unfortunately, he's the most unlikely, and will not take the job. If Poch lasts the season and wins nothing, the board will be holding interviews on the low during the summer. No, he doesn't have to win anything and then not do well enough. Let's just use that language. How well enough is good enough? We don't know. In all honesty, let's see Mourinho with his stone age of football. Please no.
That's a
Yes,
myth.
and the UEFA Champions League. Poch does have a good second half of the season syndrome. Yep, I think it will come good. Great analysis. Yes, people, I think we've come to the natural end of the show, and I want to say thank you to all of you for finding the time to be part of this particular show. It's been as interactive as usual, and I appreciate you all. I want to say thank you to Temi Dyer for finding the time to join. Thank you to Constantine Dante, and thank you to the Blue Tiffle Game. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Thank you, Rich Money Makers. Thank you, Tiger, for saying thank you there in the chat to those that listen to us. Thank you, JC. Thank you, CFC Jingles. Let's talk. I know you've been trying to reach me, but we'll talk soon. I think your channel will blow up this year. We'll work on it. And thank you, Biggs. Thank you to all of you. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And
Up the shells.
up the chows.